Namaste and welcome, gorgeous people, to our class today. We are in second week, second lockdown, restrictions level 4. So it's been very confining and basically life has become very simple, very, very simple. And that can be quite enjoyable for some people and very frustrating for others. So we're just making the best of it, really, and trying to go with the flow. And that's what I've been focusing on this week, just going with the flow of things. And just trying to take things one step at a time. And not looking too far into the future, obviously, is really important to maintain good mental health. So I hope that you're doing all right out there. What I thought we would do today is just start with a joint freeing exercise. So Porn Muktasana. And basically this is about freeing up the joints so that the energy can actually flow through the body. So what we'll start with is we're just going to start with 3 arm circles first of all, breathing everything in and coming down. Breathing everything in and coming down. Breathing everything in. And let's interlace the fingers and press the palms away. Beautiful. Try and press the tops of the shoulders down, just giving a stretch into the shoulder joints and tucking the lower ribs back towards the spine. So if you have an arched back, try and lengthen the back of the body by pulling the lower ribs back towards the spine. Take a nice deep inhalation here, breathing in. And gently bringing your hands beside or behind the back of the head. And we're just going to inhale, lift everything up, press the elbows back. And on the exhale, bring the elbows together and round the back body. Beautiful. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing everything in and exhale. 3 more, just like that. Breathing everything in. Exhale. Opening up the chest. Exhale. Last time, breathing in. And exhale. Beautiful. Gently, gently coming back to center, and we're going to extend our arms away, pressing the palms nice and flat, pointing the fingers up to the ceiling, and gently pointing the fingertips down. Just working into the wrists a little bit, gently bringing the fingers up, pressing through the palm, and then gently pointing the fingertips down. Just one more like that. Inhale, breathe it in and up. And exhale. Bringing the fingertips down. Beautiful. Gently, gently bringing our hands out straight and then gently lowering the fingertips. Good. We're going to just extend our feet out. And I'm sitting on a cushion, so if you want to get a cushion to sit on and make yourself nice and comfortable, that's absolutely fine. So what we'll do with the feet is exactly what we did with the hands. So just extending and pointing the toes away and gently flexing through the heels, trying to pull the toes towards the shins and pointing the toes away. And flexing through the feet. 2 more just like that, breathing in. And flexing through. Pointing the toes away. And flexing through. Beautiful. Gently, gently. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. And we'll just work into the sacroiliac joint. So I'm sitting on my cushion. I'm just going to draw my heels towards the pubic bone, but not too close. We're only just beginning to warm up a little bit. I can grab hold of the ankles or interlace the fingers over the toes. And we're just going to flow. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, gently, gently, wherever you get to, dropping everything forward. Inhale, lift everything up. And exhale, drop it back. Breathing in and up. And forward. Inhale. And dropping it back. Breathing in. And forward. Breathing in. And back. Breathing in. And forward. Lifting everything up. And rolling back. 2 more, breathing in. And forward. Breathing everything in. And back. Trying to bring our breath and movement together. It sends a very strong signal to the central nervous system that everything is fine. Everything is relaxed. We're safe, comfortable, and we're beginning to sense an inner relationship. Coming back to center. Beautiful. Just gently drop the right foot in front of the left, just cross legs, and we'll just come into a gentle twist here. So I'm just going to bring my left hand to the right knee and the right fingertips come behind the right hip. I'm going to lift up first of all, so before I twist, I lift up, lifting from the tailbone all the way up into the crown of the head. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, I can leverage myself around by grabbing a hold of that knee and moving very low in the body. So it's these lower ribs that I'm trying to move down here. I'm trying to move this part of the body. The rest of it will actually follow. But if I just work down there, very low in the spine, lifting up to inhale, and rotating on the exhale if you can. Breathing in deeply. And exhale. Beautiful. Gently looking over your left shoulder, and we'll come to the opposite side. So the right hand comes to the left knee, left fingertips come behind the left hip. And I'm moving from these very low ribs, keeping the lower ribs back towards the spine, so I'm not arching my back, trying to keep it nice and long through the back body and moving from these lower ribs around. Breathing in to lengthen up, exhale to open back. Keep the breath soft, deep and long. Take a nice deep inhale. And gently looking over your right shoulder and coming back to center. Perfect. Let's gently bring the knees up. And I'm just going to hug my knees nice and close to my chest just to elongate the spine after those twists. I'm going to inhale and lift up. And exhale. exhale. Gently drop the head down. Okay, let's come onto our knees now, and we'll actually try and free the knee joint. So we're going to work into these areas of the body, like the joints, which in Chinese medicine hold wind. So it's sort of a drying effect over time. So if we can actually move that wind through the joints and lubricate the joints, get some flow, get some water happening through there, they'll be much, much happier. So we're on all fours. Let's just step this right foot through, and you can grab at the back of the heel, and I'm going to place the foot where my hand was. And as I drop my pelvis down, I'm going to let this knee come forward, but not in front of the ankle. So that's really important. So this is called bone stacking, where you have one joint over the other joint, and it's stacked or supported by the shin bone here. So just dropping the pelvis down and lifting the heart up. Take a nice deep inhalation, breathing in. Beautiful. And just gently, I'm going to flow backward and flex through my front leg. Take a nice deep inhale and folding forward. Coming forward, hands to the floor, lifting heart up. Beautiful. And gently stepping the hands back, flexing through this front leg and lowering the chest. And again, pressing forward, making sure the knee doesn't fall in front of the ankle, lifting the heart up, breathing in. And exhale, walking the hands back, flexing through the heel and dropping the chest down. 2 more, pressing through. And pressing back. Nice straight leg in front if you can, and if it's still bent, that's fine, but keep working to straighten the back of the leg, and when you can, as you can, dropping the chest down. Ardha Hanumasana, this is called, which is the half split posture. So when we come back, this is Ardha Hanumasana, and not that we're going to do it today, but if you ever wanted to come into a split, you would simply move that foot forward and allow your pelvis to come down. And that would be the full Hanumasana posture. Beautiful. Gently, gently. Setting this foot forward and bringing the hands to the heart. So now I try and press the pelvis forward and down, lifting and lengthening the back body by slightly pressing the pubic bone forward. Take a nice deep inhalation, breathing in. Beautiful. Breathing in, lift it up. And gently bringing it back down. We're just going to twist. So we're going to open this sacral iliac joint. I'm going to bring my elbow to this right knee. And I just felt my back crack, so this is a good one. Nice deep inhale, breathing in. We're just working in to that lower joint, sacral iliac joint, where the spine actually meets the pelvis. Beautiful. Just allowing the pubic bone to sink down here. lengthening through the left side at the front of the pelvis. And gently release. You can move this right hand to the inside of the right foot and press everything back. Let's come into a down dog. So turning the toes under, take a nice deep inhale, and on your exhalation, press the pelvis up. And this is our first one. So let's just cycle through. Without moving the pelvis, you can bend into the knees a little bit, press back through the heels, and open the back of the legs, particularly the back of the knees. Tailbone goes nice and high. Shoulder blades press to the back body. Arms nice and straight, and the tops of the arms are rotating away from the ears. Nice deep inhalation. Gently coming down. Perfect. Let's come to this left side. And we're going to bring the left foot forward, dropping my pubic bone down, making sure this knee doesn't fall in front of the ankle. And if it does, just move the foot forward slightly. Getting a nice lengthening through the front of this right pelvis. So psoas, iliopsoas muscle, which connects between the leg, the thigh, the pelvis, and this muscle wraps back through to the spine. So it becomes very tight if we do a lot of sitting. And we're just going to flow here now. Nice deep inhale. And gently I'm going to walk my hands back, flex through the left toes, lower my chest as I can. Beautiful. Walking it forward, lifting the heart up, lengthening through the right side of the pelvis. And gently walking it back. Beautiful. 3 more. Walking it forward, lifting the heart up, really pressing the heart chakra through, remembering this heart space, light and open as we practice, walking back and lowering the chest. Beautiful. Walk it forward and the energy lifts up, up, up. Beautiful. Walk it back. Extending through this front leg. Two more. Breathing in and up. And gently walking it back, and the chest comes down. Beautiful. Last time, breathing in and up, this invigorating, rejuvenating posture where all the energy is lifted into our higher self. And exhale, gently pressing the tailbone back, lowering the chest. Beautiful. Walking ourselves forward, getting this lovely long line to the right hip, bringing the hands to the heart, pushing the pubic bone slightly forward so you lengthen the back body so you're not really ducking into that lower back. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And gently down. I'm going to bring my right elbow to the left knee and keep my hands in prayer position of Namaskar. And just getting that elbow into position, getting a nice twist for the spine, working into the sacroiliac joint. Beautiful. Nice deep inhale. And gently, gently can move the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Press back with the hands to bring the knees together. Place your hands shoulder distance apart. Turn the toes under. Downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Pressing everything back, opening the backs of the legs from the sit bones as they tilt up, lengthening the hamstrings, relaxing the back of the head, just move it gently. Beautiful, gently, gently. Dropping the knees, pressing back to child's posture. You can separate the knees here and place your hand under your head, just for some support. Beautiful. Breathing in and up the back body. And breathing back down the spine on the exhale. Breathing from the tailbone up to the top of the head on the inhale. And exhaling back down the back body to the tailbone on the exhale. 3 more, just like that, breathing in deeply. Last time, breathing in and up. Beautiful. I'm just going to extend my hands forward. I move my cushion further out of the way. And I'm just going to slide myself, drop the elbows down and slide my chest through, just like this. Beautiful. And I'm going to come into the Sphinx posture. So I place my hands a little bit forward of my head and tuck my elbows underneath my shoulders. Beautiful. And then gently I can bring my hands together at the throat chakra and pressing down through the elbow points. I can lift the lower ribs away from the top of the pelvis and extend the spine up nice and long. Make sure you've got an even weight between the elbow points. You're not pushing down on one more than the other. And breathing in deeply, filling this entire cavity. So when you breathe into this posture, breathe into the side ribs. Really expand the entire chest, which is so flexible, it's so pliable. And when you breathe, the entire rib cage can open up. Beautiful. We've got 3 more breaths in here, breathing in. Try to breathe front, side and back, opening the entire rib cage up. Not breathing to capacity though. We're not going to 100%. Let's go just to 90. So let's not push it all the way till you've got no space left to breathe in. Almost there. Two more, breathing in. Filling that heart chakra with beautiful prana, life force. Last one, nice deep inhale, breathing in. Good job, gently, gently. We can bring our hands down, just resting underneath the forehead for a minute. Beautiful. One last breath in here. Perfect. Just gently, I'm going to bring my hands beside the thighs and we're going to come into Salabhasan, which is the locust posture. And we're just going to work a little bit into the back body. So what I'm going to do is touch my thighs with my hands, but I'm not grabbing a hold. They're just touching there. And I'm going to inhale and lift the head, neck and shoulders up and back, drawing the shoulder blades back together at the back of the heart space. Beautiful. Gently, I'm going to lift my arms slightly away from my thighs and lift the legs as well, level twos if you'd like to. Inhale and lift up. Strengthening into the back body. Nice deep inhale. And gently, gently, we're just going to rest. Hands underneath the forehead. Fronts of the thighs facing down to the earth. Letting the heels fall out 45 degrees. Relaxing into the hips and the lower back. And breathing deeply. Beautiful, and again, bring my arms around for Salabhasan, touching the thighs. Gently, I'm going to bend my knees this time. Inhale, lift the head, neck and shoulders up. Separate the hands away from the thighs. Keep the knees together and lift them up. Breathing in. Beautiful, breathing in. Perfect. Gently, gently. Bringing the hands beside, underneath the shoulders. Press everything back into child's posture, just to lengthen that spine. Arms can stay forward this time, resting the forehead to the ground. Beautiful, gently coming up on all fours, coming into our down dog. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Breathing in nice and deeply, pressing the tailbone up, letting the tops of the shoulders rotate away from the ears. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Beautiful. This time you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet.
Standing forward fold. If your knees are bent, that's absolutely fine. And if you can only place your hands onto your shins, that's also fine for support. If you can, we're dropping down to the floor. Relaxing the back of the neck. And even if your knees are bent, keep working the tailbone up. Keep bringing the weight of the body into the balls of the feet. And working to open the backs of the knees. Gently, you can grab a thumb in each of the creases of the elbows and just relax here. Letting gravity take you. Breathing in deeply. And gently releasing the hands to the floor. You can bend the knees and softly roll up. And all the way up, rolling the shoulders slightly back. And feeling your weight evenly placed between the feet. Beautiful. Gently, let's come into a couple of standing postures today. So I thought we'd do Trikonasana and Warrior 1, Warrior 2. So first of all, we're going to come into Warrior 1. So I'm going to place my right foot at the back of the mat, and it's even with the mat. So the side of my foot is on the back edge of my mat, and my left foot is going to go forward a leg length and a half away from that back leg. Beautiful. And I've got one heel lined up with the back heel. My front heel is lined up with my back heel. Level 2s, you can line up your heel with your back instep if you prefer. Level 1s, it's heel on heel. And we're actually working these hips. This right hip has got to come forward and the left hip tucks back into the body. So I always say 4 headlights, these two and these two. For Warrior 1, we're facing the same direction. Bending into that front knee, bring the hands to the hips. Take a nice deep inhale. We want the front knee to be 90 degrees if we can. Again, making sure that that front knee doesn't fall over in front of the front ankle. Bringing the hands to the heart, breathing in. Beautiful. Breathing in, lift it up. Good work. So all of your energy is coming up through the fingertips. Bending deeply, dropping the pelvis down, extending the spine up, lifting the side ribs up. Take a nice deep inhale and open out to Warrior 2. So this time, 4 headlights, shoulders and hips facing the side wall. Warrior 2. Nice strong posture, looking along your left hand to the middle finger. We've got a nice open hip position here, so the hip is coming away from the front knee now. Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale and gently straighten that front leg. Perfect. Take a nice deep inhale. Extend through this left arm, pressing the right hip back, and then drop your hand to your shin. Right arm coming up, and I've got one shoulder underneath the opposite shoulder. I'm lifting up the underside of the ribs, the left side of the ribs. I'm not dropping down, I'm extending out. Breathing in. Beautiful posture. Wonderful posture to work into the sacroiliac joint. So if you have sciatica, this is a fantastic posture for you. Beautiful. Breathing in deeply and gently, gently coming all the way back up. Perfect. Let's swap and change. So I'm going to bring my left foot back, and the edge of my left foot meets the edge of my mat. Stepping this right foot forward, 1.5 leg lengths, and then working to bring this left hip forward. Forehead lights, facing forward. Bending this front knee, making sure the knee doesn't fall in front of the ankle. Bringing the hands to the heart. And breathing it up. Extending everything up. Beautiful work. Lifting these side ribs, lifting the whole rib cage away from the pelvis, and gently coming into warrior two. So now both hips and both shoulders are facing the side wall. Hips and shoulders. Left hip comes away from the right knee, and I'm looking over my front hand to the middle finger. Warrior two very strongly works on the solar plexus chakra. That's what I meant to say. Beautiful. One more breath. And gently straighten your front right leg. Extend out through this right arm. Press the left hip back. And when you can't go any further, dropping this hand down and bringing the left arm up. Beautiful. Pressing the left hip away, lifting up on the right side of the ribs. Trikonasana. Breathing in. Beautiful. Gently, gently coming up and turning that right foot in. Perfect. Let's come back to center. And I thought we could do some balancing postures today. Always so challenging to try and find that mental stillness. So you can use a wall if you prefer, bringing the feet together. We're going to come into Vriksasana first of all. So I'm going to draw this right foot to the left ankle. Get my balance first. And then draw the foot up to the knee. But I'm not putting any pressure onto that knee. This leg is self-supporting. And level twos, if you'd like to go further, you bring the foot to the inner thigh, squeeze the thigh to the foot, and the foot to the thigh. When I'm ready, bringing my hands together. Find a drishti point or a concentration point. Watch the breath flow in and out of the nostrils. Remain in the present moment. Beautiful. I'm just going to turn my hands into a flower, just opening the flower out, bringing it to the heart center, breathing into the heart chakra. And gently release. Good work. Okay, I'm going to turn to this side, bringing my feet together. I'm going to bring the left heel this time to the right ankle. You can stay here if you'd like to, that's no problem. You can bring your foot up to the right knee, but there's no pressure on the right knee, that's important. I've got this left leg nice and open, so the pelvis is nice and broad. Level 2s, you can bring it all the way up. And bringing the hands to the heart. As much as possible, find a concentration point and remain in the present moment. Open the hands into a lotus flower, placing it at the heart chakra. Breathing in and out of the heart center. Quieting the mind. Remaining in the present moment. Letting all thoughts of yesterday or tomorrow go. Gently, you can release. Beautiful. One more balanced posture. Perfect. We're going to come into the eagle. So I'm just going to cross my right foot over my left. And bend the left knee. And the right foot's going to come to the side. Perfect. Again, I'm going to bring my hands to the heart center. I'm bending deep into the hips this time. Opening into a flower. Bent leg, it's a little bit more difficult. Remain in the present moment. Find your concentration point and breathe. Gently, gently, we can relax. Let's come to the other side. So this time I'm going to take my left foot and place it over my right. I'm going to bend this right knee and place the left knee upon it. Wrapping this leg around, so really compressing the knees together. And then bringing the hands together. Opening into a flower. Beautiful. And gently release. Okay, I've got my couple of pillows, I hope you do too. And I'll just stack them one behind the other. And I'm just going to sit down with my left hip nice and close to this first pillow. And all I'm going to do is lay my left side chest along these pillows here. And this left arm goes right out from the shoulder above the head. And I'm just going to lay my left ear onto that shoulder. Now I'm going to extend my top leg out and then bring my right arm close to my left. Beautiful. And you can feel now that you've actually got this incredible amount of space
for these right ribs. And sometimes, you know, especially when we're doing a lot of sitting, we get into these positions which are not exactly aligned for the ribs. So it's good to actually open up the intercostal muscles between the ribs and try to get them released, open, so that you can breathe properly. Beautiful. So I've extended this right leg out. I've got my knees together. So I've got my left and right knees bent up, and then I'm just extending my right foot out along the floor. Beautiful. And we're in this lovely position where we have the ribs open. So let's come into Samavriti, which means even numbered breath. So I'm going to breathe in for 4 and I'm going to breathe out for 4. Same number in as out. And if your breath is nice and soft and you can breathe in for 6 and breathe out for 6, or breathe in for 8 and breathe out for 8, then you go for it. But if we want to, just starting with 4, breathing in. And what this even numbered breath does, and you may notice it, is it sends a strong signal to the parasympathetic nervous system that you can rest and digest, which is the opposite of fight, flight, or freeze. And the parasympathetic nervous system in this rest and digest response only happens when beginning to feel safe and secure, connected, loved, content, happy. Breathing in for 4, 6, or 8. Up to you. Remember, we're not pushing to 100% of the capacity of the breath. Let's work to 80%. So filling the breath to 80%. And exhaling to 80%. So we're not breathing into, we've got absolutely no more room. We still have a little bit of room there. So we're not stimulating the sympathetic nervous system. We're breathing well within a comfortable range. And only you know what that range is. You know when you're actually moving into the edges of the breath, when it becomes a bit ragged or a bit tight to breathe in, or you feel very empty when you breathe out. Don't go quite towards those edges. Leave yourself a little bit of room there so that you don't stimulate the nervous system.
Beautiful. One more breath in here, breathing in deeply. Okay, I'm going to keep my knees together and bring my right foot back to my left foot. And I'm just going to open this right arm out. Now you might need a pillow underneath your head. I might grab one as well. Grab a pillow underneath your head as you open this right arm out. So you're opening this right shoulder back. Keeping the knees together. Breathing in. And what you'll feel now is that you're doing a slight twist into the spine, but you're also now working into the lower ribs. The lower ribs are being really opened here over the bolsters, over the cushions. Breathing in for 4, 6 or 8 and exhaling for 4, 6 or 8. Beautiful. So you should feel also, I'm feeling it, a stretch through the psoas, iliopsoas muscle up the side, just inside this hip bone. It's really being stretched because these lower ribs are being asked to open. Beautiful. Just a few more breaths in here. Perfect. Gently, gently. Coming back to our original position, I'm just going to roll myself over. That feels so good. I might just do a downward dog just to actually get myself back into symmetrical alignment. So let's just move the cushions forward slightly, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, turn the toes under and take a nice deep inhale and gently pressing all the way back up. Relaxing the back of the neck, let the head be nice and heavy here now. Tailbone goes up, sit bones go up, lengthening the hamstrings away from the sit bones, opening the whole back of the legs. And gently, gently coming down. Okay, let's come to the other side, and I'm just going to move my mat slightly so I've got a little bit more room. I didn't quite have enough room on that other side, but I will this side. So again, I'm stacking my pillows one in front of the other, and this time my right hip, my right thigh line up with the bottom of the pillow, and I keep my knees together, and I'm just going to lay my right side down, extend my right arm out, laying my head onto the shoulder. I'm going to extend my left foot, keeping my knees together, and bring this left arm all the way up and over. And now it's these left ribs
that are being asked to release and open. And let's come into Samavriti. So even numbered breath, count them on the way in and count them on the way out. 4, 6 or 8, it's completely up to you. Just breathing into the areas that feel tight, but not pushing, not forcing with the breath, and not breathing to 100% capacity. Let's keep it at 80% so we don't overly stimulate ourselves. Really try to relax into the bolster. And just watching the breath coming in, falling out of the nostrils. Just going nice and gently. Sending those signals to the parasympathetic nervous system that everything is calm, everything is peaceful. Beautiful. Gently, gently. I'm just going to bring my left foot back to my right foot, keeping my knees together. And I'm just going to open this left arm out to the side. I'm rolling off my bolsters actually. So make sure that you're still on your bolster, that's important. And just move this left arm. Might get my pillow as well underneath my head. Moving this left arm. And you'll feel it's quite strong actually on the lower ribs and the psoas, ilios, psoas muscle. Again, just breathing samavriti, not breathing to 100% capacity. Just keeping the knees together. Try to really relax into the hips and the lower back. Sinking into the bolsters, let them support you. Just breathing, even breath. Let that sense of well-being come over you. Beautiful. Last breath. Perfect. I'm going to roll back onto my left side, bringing this left arm around, gently placing my hands onto the floor. Whew, that's strong. It's very strong. Looks like a subtle posture, but that is quite strong. Let's come into a downward facing dog to have a nice symmetrical posture to realign the spine. Placing the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, turn the toes under. Take a nice deep inhale. On your exhale, pressing up and just enjoy. This is our last downward facing dog. Just enjoy, just enjoy. Tailbone nice and high, getting a good extension for the spine. This posture is supposed to relax and lengthen the spine. That's its purpose. To restore and rejuvenate the spine, the central nervous system, the spinal fluid. Beautiful. Gently, gently coming back down and coming to a sitting position. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to put a pillow underneath my sit bones and just come into a breathing practice with you. And it's one that we've done before, but I'll just go through it with you just to actually solidify the calm that we've created. So we're going to come into Viloma Pranayama, and Viloma means going against the grain. And we're going to do it on the exhalation. So we'll start with Samavriti, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. Then we'll increase it to 6, breathing into 6, breathing out for 6. And then we'll do 2 small holds on the exhalation, and that will be our Viloma. So let's start with Samavriti, breathing in for 4. When we're breathing in yoga, we're breathing from the belly up to the collarbones, and from the collarbones back down to the belly. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. Then you can close your eyes or just look down 45 degrees. Beautiful. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. Beautiful. Let's go to 6. Breathing in for 6. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in for 6. Exhale for 6. Breathing in for 6, moving into Viloma, breathing in. Exhale for 2. Hold. Exhale for 2. Hold. Exhale for 2. Breathing in for 6. Exhale for 2. Hold. Exhale for 2. Hold. Exhale for 2. Breathing in for 6. Exhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Exhale. Beautiful. Breathing in for 6. Exhale for 2. Hold. Exhale for 2. Hold. Exhale for 2. 3 more in your own time. Last time, breathing in. Return to normal breath, natural breath. Beautiful. Gently bringing the hands to the heart chakra into Namaskar and dropping the chin down to the notch at the base of the throat. Breathing into the heart chakra, filling the heart space with fresh prana, life force. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining me for today's class. I hope you really enjoyed our joint freeing sequence, really to free up and re-energize the joints and get that energy flowing right throughout the body. I hope you have a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.